Welcome back to Historical Finder. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating and dramatic wars of the 19th century, the Anglo Zulu War of 1879. But what exactly happened during this conflict? How did it reshape the future of the Zulu Kingdom and the British Empire? Stick around to find out. The Anglo Zulu War didn't happen overnight. Its origins can be traced back to British expansion in southern Africa. By the late 19th century, the British Empire had set its sights on consolidating control over the region. The Zulu Kingdom, a powerful and fiercely independent African nation led by King Cetshwayo, was one of the last major obstacles standing in the way of British dominance. Cetshwayo's kingdom had successfully resisted British influence for years, but tensions were rising. The British, under Lord Chelmsford, began encroaching on Zulu land and territory, hoping to annex it into their colonies. In 1878, after a series of diplomatic failures and ultimatums, the British Empire declared war on the Zulu Kingdom. The British thought it would be an easy victory, but they couldn't have been more wrong. The Zulu Kingdom was no ordinary kingdom. Under King Cetshwayo, the Zulu military was one of the most advanced in Africa, with a well-organized army of 40,000 warriors. The Zulu soldiers were skilled in the Ikilwa, a short stabbing spear that was incredibly effective in close combat. They also used a variety of formations, the most famous being the horns of the buffalo, a tactic where the warriors would encircle their enemies and strike from all sides. On the British side, the British army was vastly more advanced in terms of weapons and artillery, but they underestimated the fighting capabilities of the Zulu warriors. British forces were commanded by Lord Chelmsford, who believed the Zulus would be easily defeated. Let's jump into one of the most significant battles of the war, the Battle of Isandlwana, which took place on January 22, 1879. Lord Chelmsford made a critical mistake by dividing his forces, leaving part of his army vulnerable. He sent a smaller force to invade Zululand, underestimating the size of the Zulu army. The Zulu forces, led by Chief Mbilini and Prince Dabulamanzi, launched a surprise attack. The result was a devastating defeat for the British. Over 1,300 British soldiers were killed, while the Zulu forces lost around 1,000 warriors. What made Isandlwana so significant was that it was one of the worst defeats in British military history. The British army, despite their technological advantage, were utterly unprepared for the Zulus' guerrilla tactics and bravery. Despite their victory at Isandlwana, the Zulus were unable to fully capitalize on their success. British reinforcements arrived soon after, and they launched a counteroffensive. But the most remarkable moment in the aftermath of Isandlwana occurred just one day later, at Rorke's Drift, a small trading post where 150 British soldiers held out against 4,000 Zulu warriors. The British defenders, led by Lieutenants Chard and Bromhead, were vastly outnumbered but managed to repel the attack, earning 11 Victoria Crosses for their bravery. This defense became one of the most iconic moments in British military history and helped restore morale after the loss at Isandlwana. While the Zulus had their moments of triumph, the war was far from over. The British regrouped, sent more reinforcements, and captured several key Zulu strongholds. Cetshwayo was eventually captured in July 1879, marking the collapse of the Zulu Kingdom. However, the Zulus fought fiercely to the end, and it wasn't until September 1879 that the war formally ended with the signing of a peace treaty. While in captivity, the Zulu king wrote, "I was king of the Zulus, had my country invaded by the Queen's troops, tried to defend my country, but was beaten, taken captive and brought down here by the Queen's orders. Here I intend to remain until the Queen restores me to Zululand." Although the British emerged victorious, the war took a heavy toll on both sides. Over 12,000 Zulu warriors and 1,000 British soldiers lost their lives. The Anglo Zulu War, though a victory for the British, highlighted the courage and resilience of the Zulu people. It also marked the beginning of the end for the powerful Zulu Kingdom. Thanks for watching. The Anglo Zulu War is a fascinating chapter in history, one filled with triumph, tragedy, and unexpected twists. If you want to dive deeper into other significant battles and wars, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss future videos. Let us know in the comments which battle you found most intriguing, or if you have any questions about the war. Until next time, keep exploring history.